Hi diddly ho, neighborinos, and welcome back to my Let's Play of The Simpsons Hit and Run for the PlayStation 2. Last time, we tried to stop the spread of Buzz Cola throughout Springfield, but there is something much more sinister going on around here, and thanks to Marge's persuasion, Apu is now on hand to try and find out what exactly is going on around here. So, on October the 29th, exciting new cola gains popularity. Cola is great, says Cola Institute. Annoying housewife claims cola evil, with a photo so generously supplied by her husband Homer. So yes, in a rather unusual choice, we're actually playing as Apu. This is the one level in the game where we're not controlling a member of the Simpsons family, which is a very unusual choice. And straight away we already have access to 2 cars. But here's the thing about level 5 onwards. Look at the prices for all of these. Okay, the cola truck's not so bad, but look at that. 425 coins for 1 car. And they get so much worse. They get twice as worse, in fact, later on in the game. So from this point onwards, I am limiting myself to what I'm actually going to be buying, because you have to grind a lot in this game if you want to buy everything. It is so boring. You pretty much just have to keep doing the time trial races over and over and over again, just so you can keep on getting all of the vehicles and all of the costumes. And in the end, you'll probably find yourself that you're only short by about 4 things. But that 4 things will take you so long. Oh look, it's a sign already. We're at 666. Oh good, we're not anymore. We're okay. Ned Flanders, what's he doing here? Smithers? Who's that goat-legged fellow? I like the cut of his jib. Prince of Darkness, sir. He's your 11 o'clock. And, yes. Now the Wasp cameras actually have shields. They're still just as aggressive, but they now possess shields. That shield, you'll get 1 coin for kicking the shield, and that's usually that 1 coin you see hovering in the air that's often higher above the rest for some reason. That usually takes the place of that. Oh, we actually have a different vehicle here this time, so we can, well, there's a vehicle here. What does it actually say? Oh, Springfield Fire Department. Okay then. So we can actually get up here now. So level 5 does give us this one tiny little extra area to visit. Hey! I can't attack you over there. Come on. Come back. Come on. Okay, there we go. And that's going to happen to you a lot from this point up. What is with this guy? I don't even think those things actually hit the wall, but never mind. I can run, but I can't run and jump at the same time. Come back! I need you. I need you dead, destroyed, in pieces. Stop taking away my money. We're gonna go this way now. Oh good, he's stuck. He can't go anywhere. Why is it that he can get stuck there, where there's that, where I can easily get back up again, but he won't get stuck on the other side? They just want to troll us, don't they? Alright, now with this part, you'll find that there are some which are different colours, so the rest are the ones that will fall down. So you pretty much need to avoid stepping on those. Unfortunately, the last one is one of those. So avoid that one, run across this for a bit, and grab it like that. The chutney squishy. And just like with every other character, Apu isn't really any different. I do like his double jump attack. It's no more powerful than any other, but I really do like how he pretty much just slams the ground with his side there. It really is like, since he's landing on solid ground, I'm surprised he doesn't break his arm. And yeah, that hay building has actually fallen down now. That was such a brilliant idea, just as good as the escalator that leads to nowhere. And even though we're in downtown Springfield, all the vehicles look different. And already we have our first street race, and our time trial is here as well. Oh, and I am aware that I did miss the time trial on level 4. We'll get to that. But for now, regular race.
Hello, little hoodlum. What is causing you to be standing here now?
I'm supervising a bonus race, do-rag.
What is with these random strangers and just suddenly appearing when I'm having a conversation? Can they not see that I am having a conversation? And this is the police car, by the way. Don't think I really need to explain that in great detail. This is the thing that's been chasing us all of this time and that we were able to control in one level. Now, if a level doesn't have Chief Wiggum in it, and I only recently found this out just before starting this LP actually. If you don't have if this isn't a level where Chief Wiggum will appear, and he appears in most levels, but Chief Wiggum will actually be the one driving the car. And this thing is getting destroyed already, and this is one of the bigger races. And because Bart is playable in the next level in a different car, I don't know what. Well, I guess he did lose his soapbox race when he got abducted, so where this one came from is beyond me. But Bart is now in a much faster car. He's still our main competition. The other vehicles are nothing. And there are vans you may have seen that have Mayor Quimby on them, like that billboard right there. Those things can get quite annoying if you're continually around them because the speakers on them are always shouting out, "Vote Quimby!" You know, as Quimby pretty much does throughout the earlier seasons. Every single scene he's in almost, it's just, "Vote Quimby!" Even when Homer pretty much just enter the motel room with him and a woman in it. Don't worry about him barging in or anything, it's just, "Vote Quimby!" And this thing is going to blow up at some point during this race. Because this thing is getting a lot of hits. The police car is not the strongest vehicle in the game. So they're obviously not using the best police cars. And sadly you're not immune to hit and run when you're in this thing. You can sound the siren all you want, which is pretty much this car's horn. As soon as it's going to explode in like one more hit. I've still got another lap to do. And Bart isn't helping. But yeah, this thing doesn't make you immune to hit and run or anything like that. The meter will still go up. It's not going to go up now because I'm in a race. Or all of a sudden you can make as much destruction you want. It's perfectly legal. Now what's going to blow me up? The level or Bart? That is my question now. Yeah, the police car is pretty fast. Now we have now we're in level 5. We start to get the fast cars. And that's pretty good. Oh no, it was actually one of my opponents. Well, the dog's dead. The dog in the back is dead. Thank you, come again.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Okay, come on, Quimby van, don't get in my way. Don't hit me. Don't come around the bend. Come on. Ugh.
You did better than the American drivers.
I am American.
Sure you are. That's great.
No, Apu, we're not in our American outfit yet. Let's see. About 14 minutes later, or 15 minutes later even, something along those lines, we finally did it. That was only our first race. The races get really difficult now, and it's always just because of one vehicle. Although granted, Bart wasn't really the issue. I completely left him behind in that one particular race. The issue just comes from the fact that I was driving the wrong car. This thing may be fast, but it is not very strong. But now I know for next time. What is it with you guys? I'm just flying away. I thought you were supposed to be aggressive. You're not. You're cowards. Why do I fear you? Oh, hey, Jasper. I can't talk to him, but yeah. Jasper's there. Is this seat taken, little girl? I'm not a girl. You blind? Yes. You know, he's a very minor character, but I really do like Jasper. I don't know why. This thing, they get the, I don't really know what it is about Jasper that I actually like, but he's just, the scenes are often really funny. He's often limited to just one line. Sometimes he just appears out of nowhere. And I completely failed that jump. No, I just collected the spanner. Look how much damage this thing has already taken. Why can't the hit and run cars be as easily damaged as this? I mean, granted, they take damage pretty easily as well, but I swear this thing takes damage faster.
Who put this here? It makes no sense.
Come on. Why did I do the double jump attack? Where is this thing going? And I ended up kicking him on the ground. Yeah, sometimes the citizens just like to run around. Like, I was watching the playback to level 4, and I noticed when I was talking to Cletus at the petrol station, it was like somebody running around in the background. And sometimes they just seem to run in one direction, and then immediately just turn around and start running in the other direction.
It's slowing me down.
Oh, see, this guy's sensible. This guy doesn't fly all over the place. Why can't they all be like that? And we can't take control of that section of the monorail. It's not here anymore. But you may have seen our secret vehicle during the race. I gotta say, along with Night Boat, the secret vehicle in this level is awesome. Ooh, just made that. And our next collector card is the Foul Hot Dog from Homer and Apu, I think was the episode. Homer eats it, he gets food poisoning.
Fathering 8 children has really...
That really does look like Apu is just going to dislocate his arm. But apparently not. You may notice that there is a Buzz Cola truck in the corner there. Well, when it comes to actually finding that truck, it's really, really annoying. We'll get to that later on. I actually want to get to the bonus mission first. We've taken care of most things around here. Probably one or two other things that we still need to find. So we're going to make our way down to the town square. Because, yeah, we've taken care of everything up here. And you know what? I'm sick of the police car. I'll talk to you later. And I'll be sure to actually do it this time. Alright, let's just get out our normal car. The Longhorn. Something that's only ever appeared in a very small number of episodes in the series. And one difference they made here is that this thing is yellow. In the series, I think the first episode in which Apu's car is seen is Two Bad Neighbors. Oh! A destruction mission it may be, that thing is not fast enough yet. We'll get to you, my friend. But yeah, I believe it was Two Bad Neighbors that we first saw this thing, and it was actually red. It still looks cool, but it was actually red. Huh, there's no wasp here. I'm confused. Maybe there's one on the other side. I want to know which is the front side of this building. So far, the town hall looks exactly the same on either side. There's usually a sign on the front that tells you what the meeting is about, but there doesn't seem to be one here for a change. So what it's about is something I don't know. Really? Really? That one isn't magnetized into it? Yeah, one useful thing that they did do was when you're in a car or any vehicle, anything you destroy, the coins are... you automatically pick up the coins. They'll just come towards you. So, I don't know why it only happens there, but it's helpful, at the very least. So you don't have to keep stopping and going. Yeah, I know why they did it, I just don't know why it's all of a sudden a magnet now. Kind of actually reminds me... no, don't like Sonic, I don't care. I'm going to make as many comparisons as I want. It actually reminds me of how... That's Dr. Nick. I never noticed that was there. Kind of reminds me how in the HD version of Sonic Unleashed, for some reason your experience points automatically head towards Sonic, but the Werehog has to pick them up. I apologize if everything I do is a comparison to Sonic, but Sonic has done so many things in his gameplay that, or his inconsistent gameplay, that I can't help but make that comparison. There's like a comparison. There's like a something in Sonic that you can compare to every other game. There we go. Okay, it did pick it up that time. You may have saw Homer was in the hospital parking lot again while he's selling us a vehicle again that we need to use for a mission again. And I really need to stop filling up this meter. You know what? We're here. Let's just do it. I'm gonna try and do it in this car. Hi! It's time to see the frame rates drop.
Excuse me, nice Mr. Shopkeeper person. Have you seen a hovering death machine?
No, nothing specifically of the hovering kind, no.
Oh, this was to be my greatest invention since sideburns in a can. They make you handsome and lovely.
What are you talking about?
I call it the hover car, TM. So don't try to steal the name, it's TM'd. I installed the onboard computer, and it came alive and attacked my person. For the love of all that's gliding, you gotta help me here.
Okay, what on earth can I do?
Knock the fleshrigging thing off the road before the authorities come and take me away again. Prisons ain't kind to pencil-neck geeks like myself. They stomp and they kick.
What is it with these people? Seriously, she just ran up to me. Decided she wanted to be part of the conversation. But anyway, Kinky Frinky. Find and disable the hover car before time runs out and before the frames cause your PS2 to crash. No, don't worry, that hasn't happened to me yet, but yeah, because it's the hover car, and as we saw in that race in the last level, when the hover car turns invisible, it really causes the frame rate to chug. It's something I really want to know if it's a PS2 exclusive, being the weakest of the consoles. Like, is it something that happens in the GameCube and Xbox versions? Because nobody ever talks about those versions. I mean, that's usually the case. If a game is on the PS2, GameCube and Xbox, or just two of them, it's always the PS2 version that gets the most attention because, well, it's on the best-selling console in history. So naturally, that's the version that everybody has. But yeah, when we're destroying. By the way, this is where the cola truck that it tells us to look for is. Only it's randomly disappeared for this mission. So yeah, this is a destruction mission. We need to destroy the hover car, which is kind of weird because after completing this mission, we unlock the hover car. We unlock the car that we just destroyed. I don't know how that works, but yeah, this is the car that Frink was driving in the race in the last level. Only he has apparently lost control of it. You are under a time limit. I'm not really sure why. I mean, it's not exactly going anywhere. Since we're limited to a full lap here, so you can just potentially wait. Couldn't we just wait at the Java server and it would eventually come round again? In fact, I think it would be given enough time to do that. Ugh, this is beginning to hurt my eyes. No, it's a cool car. It's pretty much the weakest car in the game, but it's a cool car, but it's let down by that frame rate. Thankfully, it's also fast, and as a result of that, it's fast and weak, so when it crashes into something, like the rocket car, there was a secret car in level 1, only not quite as severely as that. If it hits a wall, it does take a lot of damage. Come on, one more hit is all it takes, and there we go. Alright, now we just need to drive back to the Java server, which thankfully isn't very far and we're not racing any nerds. We're helping a nerd. Nerd! And there we go. Well, thank you so much, now, kind person. Bye!
Great work, my Hindu friend.
Do not patronize my faith, okay?
Sorry, terribly sorry. Look, if you need a ride, instant message my Cortex. By which I mean, call me.
That's it, Apu. Make them like it.
Congratulations, you have somehow unlocked Professor Frank's hovercar that you just this second destroyed. Go to a phone booth to use it. Someone want to tell me how that works? Since we just blew it up with the fire and the explosion and the bang bang. But yeah, we now have the hovercar. Guess what happens when you drive it? The frame rate goes bad. Oh, don't. No, it's a cool thing to look. It's a cool thing to be driving around it. Driving around is something that is pretty much invisible, minus the brake lights, which you can still see. But well, and a bit of electricity that's on the back, which sort of makes the invisibility thing kind of pointless. But the frame rate just goes crap. I'm not even sure if the hovercar is actually in an episode. Is it in an episode? By the power of research I do while I'm editing, I will find that out. Of course, me saying this would be redundant because it would have already appeared on screen. Oh, that's just blowing your mind, isn't it? Right, breaking this, you're pretty much limited to the kicks here because you can't really jump in this thing. You can manage, yeah, you can barely manage a single jump, which isn't really any different from in strength to a regular jump. I'll talk to you later.
Get out of my way, silly pedestrian.
I can make it. I can make it.
What were you thinking, son?
And okay, let's go up this ramp because that takes us to another collector card. You may have noticed that catapult isn't there anymore. This level really doesn't have that many gags, and I missed. Oh, I missed! Thankfully, we can actually show this thing off now. This is here in level 2 as well. And that guy just crashed right into my car. And this thing just takes us up. Alright, now we've got to try and do a bit of balancing. Well, it's already balancing. You're walking along it. This isn't God of War. This thing moves, by the way, so time yourself. Whoa! That was close. And yep, there we go. Apu's t-shirt. Don't have a cow, man, from Lisa the Vegetarian. Yeah, this level really doesn't have any much in the way of gags. In fact, where level 2 had 11 gags, level 5 only has 6. I don't know why they decided to take out so many of the gags, and almost all of them are found inside buildings. So any gags that were inside buildings are still there, but most of the outside ones are gone. Come on, can I get up here? I'll get up here over there. I'm doing this for nothing but coins. But coins are needed from this point onwards. Yeah. But and nobody at all is suspicious, and the billboard still shows people going crazy. This really is Springfield. And yes, that billboard over there, there's a few of them in the level, that's the Homer. Whereas the games like to call it, in both this and Road Rage, the car built for Homer. Although, in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, I believe it's called, it's just called the Homer. That is actually what Homer is selling us. We'll buy that from him at a later point. There's actually nobody in here. So we've still got 4 gags in here. This level only has 6 gags and 4 of them are in Moe's Tavern. I'm not sure the point of why that's a gag, but why is Moe even serving these? There's none here. Alright, we're not going to be buying any of these except for one, which is needed for plot purposes, which we'll get later. So we have Apu Army from Homer the Vigilant. We have Apu the American from... I looked this up the other day. It's been a week. But it's the episode where Apu had to try and prove that he was an American citizen. We pretty much had to take a test to do so. And I'm noticing Apu is actually moving his head around. Now we have Apu the Bee Sharps from... Oh, why did I buy that? I didn't mean to buy that. I pressed the wrong button. Alright. Oh, man. Well, there's still a bit of the level left to do, so I think I'm... Hopefully I'm going to have just enough. Oh, I did not want to buy that. Because it's not a matter... Because I still need to have enough in all the levels after this, which I should do. I should still have enough left after in the next 2 levels, considering that in the next 2 all I need to worry about is buying like 1 car in each level, but still. I did not want to buy this, especially considering it's also the most expensive costume of the 3. Whoa, yeah. Just spun around in like a little circle there. I can't exit either because I haven't saved the game. That is really annoying. Well, I have it now, so yeah, Apu Bee Sharps from Homer's Barbershop Quartet. Oh look, there's that sign from the Proving We're an American Citizen episode. Say no on Proposition 24. I think it's no anyway. And we still have this nice bit of music playing because we're in the legitimate businessman's area, which is what's down there. I still wish Fat Tony was in the game though. We have legs appear in the game, so why can't we have Fat Tony appear in the game? Fat Tony really is... He's one of my favourite characters. He's a bit of a weird one, but he's still one of my favourite characters. Oh, the mice are gone now. Or the rats. He's also the proof of where we really get to show how incompetent Chief Wiggum is. Hey, no dumping in the lake. Fine. I will put my yard trimmings in a trash compactor. Chief, I didn't know there was a dead body in there. Yeah, I thought that too, but until he said yard trimmings, you gotta learn to listen, Lou. Yeah, it does have a bit of range, because I was nowhere near it. That should have broken Apu's legs. Oh, look, they're hiding a collector card and everything. But our Pin Pal shirt. Boy, we're getting a lot of shirts here. And I think Millhouse is just down here as well, but I'm just going to do the mission for now. Let's actually get somewhere in terms of plot with this part.
What in the hell were you thinking?
Because we're 40 minutes in thanks to Nelson's race. Thankfully we're collecting a good amount of stuff. Not everything. Hey! See, like I said, what is with some of these people? How are they allowed on the roads? The amount of destruction they cause. Yes, I've made that a recurring gag. Come on. No coin left behind. Except for that one I left behind in level 2. I think I left another one behind in another level as well. Come on, haunted train. I assume this thing's haunted because what is causing this thing to move? Ooh. The Wasp will always have shields from this point onwards. In all 3 of the final levels they have shields. So if you thought the Wasps were annoying before, well now they take 2 hits to the feet and are just as aggressive. In fact, they probably get more aggressive. Oh, I think I did have time to jump. I was expecting it to move away. And I do like how that railroad track is clearly just a 2D image that's been put onto the floor graphics. Instead of... Oh, what? Instead of being its own graphic. like a 3D model that's been put on there. No, it's a completely 2D image. And for some reason, something was going on with the screen as I started coming up the stairs there. And Apu could apparently do that. He'll meditate in the air. Alright, come on, let's try and do this more carefully now. There we are. That train looks like it would have something on it. It doesn't. I mean, you can't even jump to it. This one on the other. Okay, there we go. It may be the Olympics closing ceremony tonight at the time of this recording, but Apu, I need you to practice your long jump. You nearly fell off again. Gross. Our baby feeder. Where's my car? Oh, it's right here. I could have sworn it wasn't there for a moment. Alright, our mission is just down there, so let's just begin it now. There's still a few more things to take care of, but for now, let's just begin our mission. Come on. Right. So when you begin the level, you get like one set of arrows that are pointing you in a direction. What it doesn't tell you, if we look at the actual thing, drive to the cola truck and then investigate on foot. It took me forever to find this. Because there's... yeah, okay, there's a crusty glass. A crusty glass that's rather easy to miss. It took me so long to find that cola truck. It took forever, and then for some reason we just randomly have to do this.
Here we are at the destination. Oh, I have been selling tainted cola. Unless I redeem myself, I will be reincarnated as a sea cucumber, or worse, a land cucumber. I must find the source of this evil beverage. The soda invoice commanded I go here, but I see no cola factory. Oh, a cola truck. Time for me to do that Hindu that I do. Oh, I feel like a Brahmin.
I never finished the mission. Why is it making the mission complete noise? Incriminating caffeine. Follow the cola truck and collect all the evidence. Don't miss any cola crates. Yeah, remember when we had to do this before? We did it when we were chasing Snake, and we did it when we what was that? When we were following Cletus. And just like when we were following Cletus, this thing moves despicably fast, despite the fact... okay, despite the fact that it doesn't move as fast when we're actually driving it. I mean, you could be following this thing in the cola truck yourself. We could have bought that from Gil instead of the police car. I mean, it was the cheaper car after all. I mean, the thing is tough, but it's really not that useful because of its slow speed. That's the thing. Because most missions in the game, almost all of them have a time limit. It makes the strong vehicles rather pointless. Because you never really get to make much use out of them. They're useless in races. They're always really slow, so they're not really useful in the missions because you're always under a time limit for them. They're really the only use you can make out of them is just by driving around and maybe destroying a car to get some coins. Hey! I only have so long to pick these up. There we go. I'm surprised that didn't disappear. I swear when I was doing that one where the other mission where I had to follow the vehicle to get Grandpa's meds, I swear that was the one that disappeared was not there for as long as that. Yet it disappeared. You kind of don't actually want to be too close, otherwise you're just probably going to end up doing something like that where you just drive right past it. Oh, oh, he drops another. No! Come back! Oh, stupid ambulance! Ooh. Okay, good. I thought he drops it back there. What was the point of all of this? We've just gone in a lap.
The legitimate businessman's social club.
Yes, okay, well, look. Why did it need to do that? We literally started following the thing just over there. What was the point of that? Yeah, we actually have to talk to him to initiate a story. And that's one of our, I believe that's one of the things he does is the B sharps. But we'll get to that next time. So I will see you guys then when we will finally continue our story, as well as doing a few extra things. What is our level progress so far? Oh, it's looking pretty good. We got one more wasp camera. Great. I gotta somehow find where that wasp camera is. That's gonna be fun. Our gag is in the DMV. Our collector card is on the highways. We know where Ralph is. We know where Millhouse is. We're not bothering with vehicles. We need one more clothing. We have our race vehicle and we have our Homer's car. Homer has a lot of cars in this game, by the way. But as for our army costume and the cola truck, we're not going to be buying those, so it's not quite going to be 100% run, but you know, it's close enough. It'd be like a 97% run. So I will see you guys then.